Hey everyone, welcome. Today we're diving into one of the most famous phrases ever written. This is a line that has been bringing comfort and hope to people for thousands of years, and we're going to unpack why it's so powerful. You've definitely heard this before, right? Maybe at a funeral, in a movie, or maybe you've just thought about it yourself. It feels warm, it feels safe. The picture it paints is one of being completely taken care of. But there's so much more hiding just beneath the surface of this beautiful poetry. And that's really the big question we're getting into today. Because, let's be honest, being compared to a sheep doesn't exactly sound like the world's greatest compliment, does it? So why this animal? Why was a sheep chosen for this massive metaphor about us and God? Well, the answer is actually pretty surprising. See, to understand the shepherd, you've got to understand the sheep first. And it turns out the real power of this whole idea isn't found in a sheep's strengths, it's found in its weaknesses. This right here, this is the key that unlocks everything. The comparison works so well because sheep are so vulnerable, because they're so needy and dependent. The metaphor isn't trying to flatter us, it's trying to hold up a mirror to a deep truth about our own lives. So, shepherds who lived and breathed this stuff, they knew their flocks, and they recognized four basic things. First, sheep have terrible vision and pretty much no sense of direction. Second, they have this powerful instinct to just blindly follow whatever's in front of them. Third, they're naturally anxious creatures. And finally, they are completely and utterly vulnerable. Let's take a look at how each of these really holds up a mirror to our own needs. Okay, now here's where it gets really beautiful. For every single one of those weaknesses, the shepherd's job provides a perfect, direct answer. You could almost say the shepherd's entire job description is written by the needs of the sheep. So first up, this problem with vision. A sheep can literally only see a tiny slice of the world right in front of its face. They get lost all the time and have no clue how to find food or water on their own. Sound familiar at all? How often do we feel lost, like we can't see the path ahead? Well, the shepherd's solution is guidance. He doesn't just give directions, he leads them right to where they need to be, to those green pastures and quiet waters. Second, that herd instinct. Sheep will just mindlessly follow the one in front of them, which can lead the entire flock straight into danger, even right off a cliff. So a good shepherd doesn't just lead, he also provides correction. He uses his rod and staff, not to punish, but to gently nudge them back onto the safe path, to keep them from harm. It's that necessary course correction we all need when we start following the wrong trend or the wrong crowd. Now, let's talk about the sheep's anxious nature. These are skittish animals. They just can't settle down on their own. In fact, they're so fearful they won't even drink from a fast-moving stream because they're afraid of drowning. What a powerful picture of modern anxiety and burnout, right? So the shepherd's solution is to give them a rest they cannot find for themselves. He makes them lie down. He leads them to quiet waters. It's a peace that's given, not earned. And finally, their total vulnerability. Let's be real. No sharp teeth, no claws. Sheep have zero natural defenses. They are completely helpless against predators. So the shepherd becomes their protector. And the level of that protection is just staggering. The shepherd doesn't just clear out the enemies. He prepares a feast, a place of total safety and abundance, right in the middle of the threat. But this relationship, it goes way beyond just a simple transaction, It's not about some distant manager looking after livestock. It's deeply, radically personal. You see, in the ancient world, a shepherd knew each one of their sheep. They often gave them names. And just as the shepherd knew the sheep knew their shepherd. They could recognize his unique voice and would only follow him, ignoring the voice of any stranger. It's a bond that's built on real intimacy and trust. And that personal connection, it builds to this. This is the ultimate expression of that relationship. The good shepherd isn't just a guide or a protector. The commitment is so total that he's willing to make the ultimate sacrifice for his sheep. It takes the whole metaphor from just care into the realm of sacrificial love. So how long does this incredible bond last? Is it just for emergencies? Well, the end of the psalm makes it really clear this is a promise for an entire lifetime and even beyond. Yeah, this isn't a temporary contract. The guidance, the correction, the rest, the protection, they aren't just there for when things go wrong. It's about a constant, following presence through every single part of life's journey. And here it is, the final, breathtaking promise. It's for all the days of my life. and it leads to a final destination, a permanent home, a place of ultimate safety and belonging with the shepherd. The whole journey ends in eternal security. So that leaves us with a final thought to chew on. In this incredible metaphor where the shepherd provides absolutely everything, direction when we're lost, correction when we wander, rest when we're tired, and protection when we're afraid, what then is our role? What is the role of the sheep? That's really the question at the very heart of it all. Thanks for watching.